Hi everyone, it's Janet and welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well today. In this video I'm going to be working with a brand new stamp and die set from Art Impressions called 5457 Christmas Truck Set, and it is really cute. I think you're going to enjoy seeing this and how it can be used. So let's start by taking a look at the images in this set. You can see that there's the truck that's very nostalgic along with fender wells to add some dimension. And on this card I've actually colored it all in using Copics. This set comes with matching dies, which is so great because you don't have to purchase those separately. It's just part of the set and it comes together. I'm also utilizing the brand new Slimline die set. There are 6 dies in this plus the great big flag. I cut the cardstock needed for my card from the largest 3 of the Slimline die set, and I'm just going to glue these together by stacking them. First will be my patterned red paper, then a solid light blue, and then the third piece on top of all that is going to be that light blue and white snowflake pattern. And I will apply that down onto the second mat, and this is going to be now the main background of my card. I really love it when I can use a pattern paper for my background and I really don't have to do anything more to dress it up. So for this card, I want the truck to look like it's just whizzing by in a wintry afternoon, and it's going to be full of all this Christmas fun. So let's get started putting everything together. First of all, I'm going to put some foam tape on the wheel wells that I colored up here. So I'm just going to cut small slices of tape. I'll put 2 of them on each wheel well and then they'll be ready to attach. I love that they included the wheel wells as extra stamps so that you could easily create some dimension on this truck. And those wheel wells really make a difference in making that truck seem like the real old-fashioned trucks, and that it actually is dimensional without depending so much on your coloring to get that look. So now I'm going to apply both of these wheel wells on top of the original image that I colored. And of course you don't have to do these wheel wells if you don't want to. Also you could put them on but maybe use a different color if you'd like and make this a two-tone kind of truck. And also you wouldn't have to color the wheel wells completely like I did on the original image if you know you're going to put the wheel wells on top. However, I wanted to show you what the truck would look like without those wheel wells being attached. Alright, so next I'm going to work on the wreath. This is a really cute wreath image, and I also again like that the wreath and the bow come separately, so you could decide to use the bow differently or you know, just hanging on the side of the vehicle, for example, rather than being on the wreath. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do with that bow. So one thing I'm going to do here is kind of apologize to you guys because I kept moving around my image as I was working with this, so the video is going to move around a little bit so that I can keep all the pieces in view while I'm narrating this. But here is the snowman that was in the set that I colored up and cut out with the dies. He's so adorable. Love him. And I also love that he's kind of a side view. You know, most of the time the snowmen come with a front view. So this side view can be useful in many ways and beyond just using it here in this set. For example, I could see pairing this snowman with a critter, and it would appear like the snowman is maybe speaking to the critter because he's facing the animal. So I mean, that's just an idea to use that snowman in other kinds of cards or scenes. Now, in addition to the snowman, I'm going to put in a present and also that plain Christmas tree. This is not decorated, but you could, you know, decorate it if you wanted to as you were coloring it. I just chose to make it a solid green because it's on its way home to be decorated. It's kind of what I imagined. And then there's a star that came with the set, and I will put that on the tree. But again, the beauty of this set is that you can build whatever scene you want within the truck bed. And you could probably arrange all this stuff 100 different ways. One of the other things I'm going to add is this sign. Now is no word included on the sign, so that allows you to do whatever you want. I chose to put the word hope. You could put faith or joy. You could put the name of the recipient on that sign. You could put home. I mean, again, it's not a huge sign. You're not going to be able to put a large word on it. But a 3 to 5 letter word you could easily fit on there to customize it to whatever your needs are. There is a string of Christmas lights in the set, and I cut 3 of them out to put on the truck. They do have a nice curve, and I did discover after I put the first one on that they actually fit really nicely on the wheel wells. But they'd also hang pretty nicely on the wood railing in the truck box, so you could do that too. Again, 100 ways to use this. You could use it to decorate the tree. I'm choosing in this scene to put 2 of them on my truck, and then I'm going to have a third one kind of like hanging out, like again, to create a bit of motion or a feeling of motion that these lights are hanging out and sort of blowing in the wind a little bit. Now I'm going to put an action wobble on the back of this because I thought it would be fun for this truck to have some movement, and the easiest way to do that is by installing an action wobble. So I mentioned it before, but the Christmas truck is one of 3 sets that have been released under the brand new Rides series. This is an interactive series. And so far we have the Christmas truck. We've got a spooky wagon, which has a really old-fashioned kind of Jed Clampett kind of car. And then there is the birthday car. And all the pieces are made to work with each other. So the height and size and everything of all the pieces will combine together. So you could take the car, for example, and make that look like a Christmas scene. You could take the spooky wagon and make that look like a birthday car. So there's all kinds of things you can do with these 3 sets. I really think they're going to be pretty popular. So now that I've got the truck attached with the action wobble, I'm going to add a few accessories that are kind of flying from the back end of the truck. It's as if the guy's been going along and hit a bump like this, and a bunch of stuff flew out because it's completely stuffed with goodies. So anyway, that's the intention. And at this point too, I'm going to now work on the actual card base. So this is a piece of cardstock that is 7 by 8.5 inches, and I've scored it at the 3.5 inch line on the 7-inch side. So you end up with a card when folded in half of 3.5 inches tall by 8.5 inches wide. And that's kind of a pretty basic standard for Slimline cards, and really easy to create with 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So once this has been folded and creased, then I can apply my panel on top of this. Now the largest die that I used is exactly the size of the standard Slimline at 3.5 by 8.5 inches. So it's going to cover the entire front of the card base. And I just need to get that evenly on the front. And that worked out really nicely. That's where wet glue can come in handy too, because you want to make sure you can move around your panel a little bit just to get it right once you've applied it down on the card base. Now, one of the last things I'm going to do here is apply a bunch of different sizes and colors of sequins. The idea I had here is it's just like a magic dust that's sort of coming out with all the packages and things. I'm a big believer that things happen for a reason, so in my imagination, the loss of these items by the driver of this Christmas truck is meant to be because someone, whether it be a child or children or a family, really would need and appreciate these little things that are flying off the back. So that's why I kind of view it as a little bit of magic at play here. I really enjoy making up little stories to go with my scenes, and so that's my imagination at work for this truck who is losing some precious cargo. Well, thank you for joining me. I sure hope you enjoyed seeing this card come together. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will be back soon with some more videos, so until then, keep crafting, everybody. Bye.